For today's Monday Moment with Moon, I'm going to have an Ender Dragon fight I did with some of my friends in the background, as I share with you 5 moments in my life that I view as critical to the foundation of whom I am today. Now this topic came thanks to my dad, who asked me what 5 moments in my life I would deem most important. I want to note that it was required that these moments be before I graduated high school, and that while I learned important things from these moments, I was far from perfect on always acting on these core beliefs of mine. So the first memory happened when I was 6. I was doing my first dance recital completely by myself. I was doing ballet and dancing to The Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas. This was the first time I can remember where I took the stage and for an extended period of time had the complete attention of a relatively large audience. Being the youngest child in my family, this was a relatively new experience for me, and I found myself loving it. From that day on, I loved being on the stage, doing drama, dance, and even giving speeches. Because I knew that was the only way I was to be heard, was to be if I took the stage and made people hear me by doing something worth watching. I guess this is also the reason I'm doing YouTube, because it's another way for me to create a stage where I can interact with an audience. My second memory jumps ahead 5 years to when I was 11. Now, I've shared before on this channel how I had a brother who struggled with anger management. I believe I've also mentioned that I never actually hit anyone in my family. But in this particular memory, he did make a move too, and our dog Kisha jumped in between and took the blow. This memory stands out so much to me because before this, anger had only been yelling and empty threats. This was the first time I saw that anger could lead to real damage. My dog was lying on the floor whimpering because my brother had hit her for her being a good dog, for defending us. It was at this moment I made a vow to myself never to let myself become that angry, and I've kept that vow. Whenever I'm upset, I force myself to stay quiet and be still because I'm terrified I'm capable of hurting people. At age 12, I went to a winter camp with my church. Now, I didn't get along very well with the other girls at my church, but I still stuck around them at the back of the group. So I figured it was better than being alone. On this particular trip, a girl who had just started going to the church had also come along, and she found herself trailing behind us on our way to a Bible study. Now, this was in the winter, so it was icy, and we all heard her fall behind us and turned to look at her. I remember the other girls just laughing at her before continuing on their way, no one making any move to help her, and I found myself disgusted by that. So I separated from the group and went to help the girl up. At that moment, I marked myself as no longer being allowed to hang around the other girls. But I didn't care, because I realized that relationships like that had no value, and I didn't want to be part of them anymore. Me and this girl ended up spending the rest of the camp together, and it was the most fun I had ever had at a church event. Sadly, I never saw her again after, but I still don't regret what I did. In fact, over the years, I found myself starting conversations with those sitting alone more and more often, and even bringing my friends along to join me. And if there's anything about myself I'd say I'm most proud about, that would have to be it. Jumping forward to age 14, and I'm about to move for the second time. But before I move, my best friend and neighbor since age 11 is about to move first. We're hanging around her empty house, and her parents call for one last prayer before they leave. I'm about to go because I thought it was a private family thing. They call me in saying I was part of their family. During the prayer, they put a special blessing on me and my move, as well as thank God for me being a part of their life. This friend was a younger sister to me, and I felt some weeks I spent more time at her house than at my own. Her mom pulled me aside and thanked me for helping her when her husband was deployed, and me and my little sister cried as we said goodbye for the last time. I now knew that there were bonds just as strong, if not stronger, than family, and that I had been blessed to experience it with this other family. I'll never forget what a blessing they were on my own life, and will never underestimate the value of a true friend. This final memory occurred during my last year of high school, and was during a first robotics competition. I was with one of my friends handing out safety glasses in the pit while their team was in one of its matches. Because we were missing the match, we were on the phone with another team member who was telling us what was happening. This match our team performed in, they did amazingly, getting the max number of points along with the other 2 robots they were working with. Something less than 10 other pairings were able to do during qualification rounds. And for a reference, There's over like 30 competitions with 40 different teams working in it all over the world. Despite me and my friend missing it, we both cheered with our team, gaining some really weird looks from people wandering around the pit. And I felt like I was part of something important and bigger than myself at that moment. Here I was being part of a team doing things very few others would be able to do, while also helping out with the competition overall by handing out safety glasses. I knew at that moment I always wanted to be doing things like this. I wanted to work with others on things bigger than myself and doing the things I loved. And those are my 5 memories. I hope you enjoyed the video, and feel free to leave in the comments section some of your own memories that had a huge impact on your life. I also hope you have a beautiful and blessed day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!